Okay, so I'm going to install my outside socket. I've already run a power supply from my outside electrical cabinet. So I've got a 240 volt supply here, which comes from the internal consumer unit. I've taken that to a switch spur 13 amp. I've done a video for that already, how to wire that. I'll put that in the link below. That cable goes out through the side, through this flexible conduit, and then out of the box section into some more flexible conduit, and then that goes about a metre under the ground, and then the conduit runs the width of my garden under here, and then it pops up here in the conduit. So here's the cable. I've installed this metal bracket where I'm going to mount this outside socket. So this is 40mm by 40mm slotted box section with a couple of 2.5mm thick steel plates. That goes about a foot into the ground, and I've concreted that in. It stands about 400mm high. So the first thing to do with the outside socket is to take this back piece, this back plate, and then I'm going to mount that. I'm going to mount that up here on the plate, and I'm going to do that using 4 of these stainless steel screws and washers running through some pre-drilled holes in that back plate. So I'll get that mounted, and then we'll run the cable into some more flexible conduit, which I've got here, and then I've got a polythene or nylon gland which will go there over the conduit, and then that'll narrow down into the flexible pipe, keeping it dustproof and waterproof. So back in one sec once this is mounted. Okay, so that's all bolted on. You can see there the stainless steel screws all tightened up. The kit also came with these little rubber seals, so they just pop into, look at the camera in there, they just pop into these sockets there, and that's okay. That's all 4 dust covers on. So the next thing to do is to pop out one of these knockouts, so that I can then run this conduit with this little seal into the knockout. So I'll go ahead and pop that out, and then I'll get a piece of conduit round and up through here, and then we can strip back and do the wiring. Okay, so I've run the conduit and pulled the 3 cables through. You can see the flexible cable conduit going around there, and then there's the PVC gland or shroud, which just fits over onto the plastic conduit that comes out of the ground. So the next bit to do now is to mount the rest of the front case of the outside socket. And so you can see in each of the corners there's 4 little screws, and so that's just a matter of pushing the case into the screw inserts, making sure they all line up. Okay, so that's on. You can see there that will close down. So the next bit to do is to connect these cables to the electrical socket back plate. So I'm just going to strip these cables off now, and I'm going to fit some ferrules on. As you've seen in some of my earlier videos, it gives a much more secure connection. So let's go ahead and do that now. Okay, so they're all crimped on. Next thing to do is to get the switch plate mounted. So that just screws in the front, 2 screws. Looking at the back here, you can see that we just got a live, neutral, and then an earth. So I'll get those connected up and then get this mounted on the back plate. And now all that remains fold the wires neatly away in the cavity at the back, push the socket in place, and then put the screws in provided in the kit. Just screw those in. There we go, all screwed in, wires running round. I'm going to put myself a tie wrap on there. I'm going to put myself a tie wrap on there and pull that nice and tightly. So now that will shut down and that should click in. There we go, one outside socket installed nice and neatly. And I now need to just go and turn on the power at the main fuse box and get everything tested. And now if I just open up the outside socket main cover and switch these on, you can see there's power being supplied, indicated by those neons. Anyway, I hope that helps. Any questions, please post them below and I'll answer them as quickly as I can. And if you like the video, please consider subscribing or maybe even hitting that notification bell. And we'll see each other in the next video. Take care, everybody.